Alright, welcome to Chapter 4 of this tutorial. In this chapter, we'll be looking at the text that we have in our documents and how to manipulate that text from a formatting standpoint. So we'll get the text that we have looking just the way you want it to. And we've already introduced a number of ways that you can do that in the first three modules here, or the first three chapters, I should say. And you've already learned how you can now select text with Word 2007 and then go to the ribbon and then apply different styles, like a different heading style, or apply the normal style, and then you have the styles gallery. And we'll get back into more of that later and look at how we can fine tune the styles that you have in your document. What I want to focus on here in the ribbon is the Home tab and the font grouping here. And the font grouping, of course, is how we'll make changes. If you click and hold down the drop down for the font size, you can preview what 18-point font is and change the size of your font. The font face itself, the default is something called Calibri. If you click the drop down here, you can preview what Algerian might look like, or Arial Black, or Arial Narrow, as we've seen, and then we can apply that formatting with a single click. Same thing with changing the color, changing the highlights, etc. We can change, and these are theme colors that we can use. So I can change my text to purple if I choose, and we have different shades that we can apply as well. Now, what I also want to point out as we go through this introductory module here is that you'll notice as you type along there will be some other formatting that's applied that you might not necessarily expect. For example, if I say this is the fourth chapter and I type in 4 and then TH and then hit the space bar, notice that my TH goes into superscript. And the reason why that is because something is turned on by default called auto format as you type. Now, the way that we can govern some of this behavior is to go to the Office button, go to our Word options, and this time go to the proofing button here, or the proofing selection, and then click on the autocorrect options. The auto format is actually a subset of the autocorrect options. So click on that button here, it opens up the autocorrect tab, and you have auto format and auto format as you type selections here you can choose from. Now, I won't go through each and every selection here because most of them are pretty self-explanatory, replacing straight quotes with smart quotes, and again the beginning and close of a quotation. But what you just saw is because this is checked, ordinals with superscript. If I go to the auto format tab, notice also that it is also checked in the replace section, ordinals with superscript. Also, what you'll see are things like internet and network paths with hyperlinks. So if I check that, uncheck it, again, this is entirely up to you whether or not you use these features, but if I type in something like www.brianculp.com and then hit enter or space, you'll notice that that is formatted as a hyperlink. So, we'll talk about a few more formatting options here in the first couple of modules of Chapter 4, but I just want to point out some of the things that are happening by default and that may or may not, you may love these features or you may just really aggravate you. So I want you to at least know how to at least turn some of those things off. I just said at least twice, I realize that, but now you know.